Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Go F.O.C. Yourself, the Beats Weekly Final Order Cutoff Show. My name is Brandon. I'm here to talk about Final Order Cutoffs and apparently get my camera working properly. Check out that camera before you go live, Brandon. All right. Hope you're all having a good time. It's been quite a few wild days for us here at Variant Edition. Personally, I'm looking at our window over yonder right now, where there's a crew currently trying to fix some water main problems out front. Luckily, nothing's flooded in the basement. So that's nice. Nice, as the kids say. But yeah, it's been weird. And also, something truly stupid. I made a theme song for the show. It's not good. It's terrible. And it may, in fact, make you turn this off whenever you're watching this. Are you ready? Of course you are. I send my F.O.C. to the world. I send my F.O.C. to the world. I hope that someone gets my. I hope that someone gets my. I hope that someone gets my final order cut off. Yeah. Final order cut off. Yeah. So anyways, I did that. You're welcome. All right. So comics is still the Wild West. If you checked out comicsbeat.com this week, you saw a retailer article from Brian Hibbs talking about how November was essentially the Wild West in terms of trying to deal with things that are happening. Things are spread across, final order cutoffs are spread across several weeks. Things are coming in, things aren't coming in. Diamond goes down to a ransomware attack. Everything's going wild. Here in Canada, we've been getting notifications for our Vancouver store's drop point up here. The Vancouver drop point is consistently getting things late because they're still dealing with massive flooding in the BC region. That massive flooding, according to my mom, who works for a pharmacy in Innisfail here in Alberta, she's talking with some reps basically that are like, when the flooding happened, they had to figure out how to airdrop prescriptions, pills to folks in BC because of this flooding. So yeah, you know, like you get your once in 100-year fires and once in 100-year floods every year now. So that's the life we're living right now. So when I'm thinking about final order cutoffs and how things have been a little weird and wild lately, it's fine. I mean, it sucks in a few ways, but truly, honestly, my goodness, folks, I see these posts from retailers that detail like, oh, we're ordering this issue before this issue. Oh, we have to do this. We have to do this. One, it's happened consistently in December for the past forever. And two, it's the times we live in, you know. You got a huge problem with it. There's things you can do to lower your carbon footprint. I mean, it's not going to do a huge effect unless the larger companies do it. But I've never been a proponent of walking around pointing and being like, well, I'm not going to do it until they do it, because that's baby things. You're being baby people. So don't be baby people. That's a good thing, right? Don't be a baby. Don't be a baby. Yeah, you know what? I don't think I fixed that final order cutoff problem that I had. Don't think it did. Well, let's see what I can do. Brandon, doing the prep work before he needs to. As always, getting this stuff done doing the things on time. Not at all. Because I won't be able to screen share this on bitch. Not yet. So we're just going to troubleshoot this live because I'm a ding dong. Oh yeah, I can go over at this mic so y'all can still hear me. Brandon. Suck, Brandon. I know one's watching right now anyway, so that's good. Yeah. This is what we call troubleshooting. This is what we do live. This is how we make things happen. Can't stop. Comma. Won't stop. Period. Look at this. It's double branded. Giving you what you need. All right, we'll see. I gotta see if I can get this working here. Because I'm a ding dong. System references. Riveting. Absolutely freaking riveting. Professional outfit I'm running here. Making things happen. Yeah, clicking on that. Where we're going. I don't think it has the things that I want. Maybe it does. There we go. Wow. Riveting television. Thank you for bearing with me during that. Let's see if this actually works, though. Because if it doesn't, we'll figure it out. It'll be like last week where I just tell you about things. Because I'm a ding dong. Take that. Now, the dumb part was it was checked to work the whole time, which makes me a little cranky, but whatever. What are we going to do about it? Nothing. We're going to do nothing about it. We've got final order cutoffs. We've got the Marvel, Penguin Random House coming up here. Let's also multitask here. Some previews world up. Previews world is a bit of a mess. They're doing okay considering they're still Diamond is still recovering from the ransomware attack and getting things up and going. I don't even know how long that's going to take them all to figure out, but it's going to be a sweet time. Oh, Penguin, I love how you take forever. It's a special thing that we share when we're live. All right, we've got some final order cutoffs, including, my goodness, some of the most bonkers stories you'll ever read. Batman versus Ra's al Ghul by Neil Adams. That dude is bonkers. If you ever read Batman Odyssey, it is probably the weirdest comic that I've ever read that has ever been created. Osamu Tezuka's got a new thing, Bomba. Well, not a new thing. It's probably a reprint. Of course, it's a reprint. That's up on here. As always, we don't really do a lot of the manga stuff because I'm not authoritative on it. I'm barely authoritative on this kind of thing here. And yeah, etc. Daredevil Woman Without Fear is the tie into the Devil's Reign story. Chip Zdarsky is writing this one. So as I like to tell people, when the main writer kind of gives their attention and their time towards a project, it must mean it's very important to the whole story as a whole. So definitely check that out for your Daredevil people, for your Devil's Reign people, but definitely your Daredevil people. Get them on that as it's probably it is the Daredevil title during Devil's Reign. Death of Doctor Strange, Bloodstone. I've got people whispering in my ear that we're gonna meet Elsa Bloodstone's sister in here, and they're going a cuckoo banana for it, as other wrestlers say, cuckoo banana. Devil's Reign Superior 4 is all about some Doc Ox, some alt reality stuff, and some wildness during the Devil's Reign run. Scrolling. Star Wars The High Republic, Eye of the Storm #1 from Charles Soule. Such a fancy man, Charles Soule. Doing a mini-series expanding on The High Republic. You know, the folks who want this, basically. Because, you know, Star Wars fans tend to be pretty consistent with what they're looking for and what they like here. Wastelanders, Black Widow #1, taking place in that far future with Old Man Logan and etc. And tying into the podcast series that has been happening. You can listen to your podcast. You can listen to this podcast anywhere. Ooh, girl, She-Hulk #1 on final order cutoff from Rainbow Royale. Very excited about that. And Roger Antonio. That Jen Bartel cover is the main cover there, but you also have your Art Germ cover and your Hughes, A Liefeld and a Young for your mains. It's going to be a fun series, hitting on that lawyer end of stuff right before the She-Hulk series starts in earnest in the early new year. Look, the Gen 13 graphic novel is finally coming out, collecting the first Gen 13 stuff. For those of you with that 90s Twitch in your brains. X Deaths of Wolverine #1. I believe this is a re-F.O.C. No, wait. X Lives was last week. Never mind. They're going back and forth like they did with House of X Powers of 10. Or Hoxpox. Benjamin Percy is at the helm of this. It essentially takes the place of a lot of the big X-Men stuff, and definitely your Wolverine and your X-Force fans. Feed them into that grander machine of content. To state that as weirdly as possible. Dee 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 dee. Ba-da-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum. That's all we're gonna talk about with Penguin. I don't usually have a lot of their own stuff coming out in January. No, 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 they don't. Heck yeah. The hardcover of the first Aerosmith graphic novel. So smart in the fine uniforms. Basically, one of the world wars colliding with magic and dragons and whatnot. Such a great series. So happy for the second story arc to be coming out after all these years. I really highly recommend people check this out if any of what I just said piques their interest. The Beauty is finally wrapping up in graphic novel form as well. Get that last volume for folks. Compass. What's a Crumpus? Compass, baby. I love that this is getting collected. It is a wonderful story here. Shahida Al-Amin is many things. Scholar, cartographer, astronomer, mathematician, scientist, explorer, adventurer, and when need be, two-fisted fighter, setting out from Baghdad's legendary House of Wisdom during the Islamic Golden Age. Sahi's quest to bring her 13th century brings her to 13th century Britain, where the Welsh are whispered to possess the secret of eternal life. But Sahi's not the only one to discover it. A great fun adventure for folks to check out. I highly recommend it. Greg Greco is kind of like, I would say, like the producer on this one, because he gets a little bit of some side credit. Get you some side credit. The Carmen graphic novels coming out for folks who really enjoy Gilliam March's work. They've got a bunch of that in here. I would say it's like Manic Pixie Dream Girl stuff meets death and naked ladies. Because Europe. Monkey Meat #1 coming out by incredible artist Juni Ba. They did the Delia graphic novel from TKO that we have in store. That is, oh my God, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And here it's a new anthology series with a whole bunch of fantasy stories. The Monkey Meat Company made its fortune selling cans of processed meat all around the world. And using that money to fuel their wacky experiments, they turned their native island into a magical hyper-capitalistic hellscape where even demons have to pay rent. Follow the lives of the creatures of Monkey Meat Island in this fun, action-packed romp. Each issue is its own story. Very cool. The Noctera special's coming out. This one does not have art by Tony's Daniel, but by Dennis Cowan and Chris Sotomayor. That is very cool. It gets you the backstory behind Blacktop Bill. So this will tie you over until the series comes back in the new year. We've got the problematically named Apache Delivery Service from Matt Kint and Tyler Jenkins. A jungle story. Two haunted men are on the hunt in the jungles of Vietnam, searching for clues to a massive treasure trove of gold that was stolen from all over Asia by Japanese general during World War II. Eventually, they find a series of hidden caves in the mountains near the coast. Bodies start showing up, murder victims and mutilated corpses. There's a rumor that the caves and the gold are protected by terrifying witches, and that have been living in the cave system for 1,000 years. As our warriors travel deeper into the mystery, they learn more disturbing facts about each other and become paranoid of one another as they get closer and closer to the gold, while at the same time, a bizarre serial killer is hunting them down. Sounds very hippie. What a very happy story for happy, happy people. Is that it? No, view all. View all. Oh, there's quite a bit of stuff on here, including the newer reprintings of the Saga Yojimbo Saga volumes that have always gone over really well in our store. The Star Wars Adventures latest batch is collected, as well as Transformers Back to the Future, getting that sweet, sweet collection coming out. And everyone's very excited about. Dynamite, doing those Dynamite things, having lots of covers, being real weird. Including Panther, #1. Since it's a #1, we will talk about it just a little bit. A cruel Egyptian queen, eternally cursed to transform into a savage beast. For millennia, Panther has endured her punishment for angering a powerful goddess, hiding herself away from the world and the ugliness of her humanity. But now someone or something is killing the gods, and now it falls upon Panther to save the pantheon. In exchange for her help comes the promise of redemption and freedom from her curse. But even that comes with a price. Featured in her own series for the first time in a decade and spinning out of the pages of Sacred 6. For folks who have been following all of that Vampirella nonsense. Not so much nonsense, but you get what I mean. As you can see here and in previous things, there's a lot of missing covers, and that is because Diamond still doesn't really have the capabilities of making things all nice and smooth right now. So that sucks for them. Cursed Pirate Girl, Devil's Cave #1. It's the first Cursed Pirate Girl story in 5 years. Why? Because the art all looks like this on the inside. Super detailed. I love Cursed Pirate Girl. We've got collections at the store. We've got the last single issue at the store. In a long-awaited continuation of Cursed Pirate Girl, her loyal companion Pepper Dice reveals that there's still time to bring back her father, the pirate Captain Douglas. If she can escape the Sea King's palace with the Bright Star, will she be bold enough to enter the Devil's Cave in the hope to bring her father back, or will the Devil Jonah and his minions stop her? Look at the pretty, pretty, pretty art. I know it's real small there, but my goodness, the detail in this book is always outstanding. I love Cursed Pirate Girl. I'm very happy that is returning. As always, briefly, but still returning. Fourth Man. We've had a lot of editions of this past week here from Jeff McComsey and Lee Luridge with Mike Diodato. Mike Diodato doing the art. Lee Luridge doing the colors. 3 dead bodies lay in a rural morgue, all murdered in a span of 3 weeks. It's up to 2 detectives from opposite sides of the tracks to determine who put them there, if the murders are linked, and what, if anything, they have to do with a pair of dueling car dealerships. A dark comedy thriller by the people I just listed. The Fourth Man story will keep you guessing until the last page. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, I'll offer it again. That's nice. These are fun. That lazy egg is lazy and a bad person. Like me. Man, there's a lot of offered again on here. Kids these days with their second offerings. Super weird. Don't understand it. Get back to work, kids. All right. Yeah, a lot of reoffers. That's it for there. We're going to hit up Lunar. These ones that we start out with are the ones due for all of y'all that use Lunar this Sunday. So keep a track on that. Oh, wait, right. I forgot. This is the one with Mark Russell in it, where he's doing Hounded. Ace the Bat Hound, the goodest boy in the DCU, has had his day in an epic story featuring many DC Super Pets, brought to you by Mark Russell and Cara Monstart. Yeah, I'm going to get that one because that's my boy. We also have the collection of Black Cotton Set in an alternate reality where the social order of white and black is reversed when it comes to the social standing in class, the Cottons are at the top of the food chain. However, all that changes when Zion, leaning a little heavy on some gross stuff to sell this. Their police officer's son, who decided not to follow in the footsteps of his father and matriculate towards running the family business. Is involved in the shooting of a minority white woman. In the reality similar to our own, social tensions are already high, race is a hot topic, and the call for equality between white and black people is aggressively pursued. Thus, Zion Cotton shooting Elizabeth Nightingale, a 20-something college student on scholarship for track, ignites the city in a fury of protests and a call for action against racial injustice. Oh yeah, and this Detective Comics is the start of the big Shadows of the Bat arc happening. It's going to be happening weekly. It's going to be 12 parts, but it's all going to be Mariko Tamaki and Matthew Rosenberg. I love Detective Comics right now. I am more than happy personally to be reading it more frequently. I understand that some folks won't be, so a while ago would have been the time to do it, but definitely try and attempt to get the gauge of your customers to see if they might be on board for something coming out so quickly. And outside of that, kind of like an event that's going to recontextualize what's happening in Gotham in a nice, quick manner. Justice League versus the Legion of Superheroes. It's the continuation of Brian Michael Bendis' run on Legion of Superheroes with Scott Godlewski. 1,000 years in the future, a legion of superheroes comes together to dedicate their lives to recapturing the great age of heroes in the 21st century. When the heroes discover that reality is falling to a great darkness in both times simultaneously, the Justice League and the Legion must team up to stop it all. But what is the connection between the secrets of the new Gold Lanterns and the coming of the Great Darkness, a monumental DC epic event series? Event series? Sure. You can call it whatever you want. It's going to be a big book. Folks are going to enjoy it. The Sartorial Geek #1, your favorite geeky lifestyle magazine, is back and better than ever. In the first issue with Scout Comics, the Sartorial Geek presents a best of compilation featuring old favorites like articles on fiction style icons, a Sabrina Spellman cosplay tutorial, and an interview with comic book and television writer Kelly Sue DeConnick. Readers will also discover their new soon-to-be favorite, Scout Comics, starting with an excerpt from Stake featuring a vampire bounty hunter trying to track down the bloodthirsty monsters who destroyed her life. It's bad to destroy people's lives. I'm going to go on record with that. Now, if you are like me and order your DC through Universal, this is what you're going to be looking at this next week, including Action Tank. Action Tank. A young boy wakes up to find himself on the other side of the solar system. If he wants to get home in time for his mom's spaghetti carbonara, he must rely on his brains, his courage, and the advice of a mysterious talking unicorn guy. As the epic journey unfolds, the boy discovers that he's been drafted into the Intergalactic Space Trooper Squadron and that he now controls the most powerful piece of technology in the universe, the Action Tank. Sounds rad. I love a good Action Tank. The Batman Catwoman special featuring some of the final art from John Paul Leon and a bunch of his friends who are contributing to get to the end of this story. I am very sad to be experiencing the last bits of art from John Paul Leon, an absolutely outstanding creator. I am going to buy this. I have not been personally getting Batman Catwoman. I think it's going to be reading a lot better in graphic novel all at once. And I don't know. It's going to be a sad one to grab. It's going to be a weird one to grab. Batman the Knight. It's ye old Chip Zdarsky and Carmen Di Giandomenico doing a 10-issue story about the origin of Batman, or slightly after the origin of Batman. The origin of in-betweens part. The origin of Batman and his never-ending fight against crime in Gotham City is modern mythology, but what of the story in between? How did an angry, damaged young man grow into the most accomplished detective and crime fighter that the world has ever known? How did The Dark Knight begin? Superstar writer Chip Zdarsky and acclaimed artist Carmen will take Bruce Wayne on a fraught journey, making allies and enemies on his training to become Batman in this definitive new series. It's going to be a good one. And I believe this one here, yes it is, the first issue of the Teeny Howard, Nico Leon line story, blah, 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 Catwoman run. Goodness. Meow. Catwoman is bored of Alleytown and has returned to Gotham City proper for bigger fish to fry and to go back to doing what she does best, stealing crime boss secrets for blackmail and looking damn sexy while doing it, of course. New ongoing series writer Teeny Howard makes her DCU series debut writing The Cat of the Night, placing Catwoman in her first blackmail heist disguised as a stripper at Gotham's most secure underground club. Oh, and Catwoman hiding in plain sight in 5-inch platform heels at a gathering of Gotham's crime elite while surrounded by all the beautiful women and other shiny things to look at. What could possibly go wrong? The answer is nothing. Nothing can possibly go wrong. You should say that often in your life. What could possibly go wrong? Because, as noted, the answer is nothing. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Distorted #1. Somewhere in the world, there is someone who feels different /special /cursed, who is losing their mind right now, and you're not alone. Take James, for example. He would like to run away from his parents and from a life that doesn't belong to him. On the other hand, Tom is forced to face his past and hunt down his own kind like a hound on a leash of an unknown master. Brenner is on the hunt for money and a piece that he can't find. They are three people whose superpowers are more like a burden. And in this world, there are no superheroes. Just sad boys. Just sad boys. King Jira. King Jira, the king of monsters, has escaped from his prison and he is causing panic in the city. The reason for his fury is simple. The king is hungry. Hungry like a monster, baby. And all we know what King's food is, and we all know what King's food is, don't we? Simple. The pizza. The pizza. He wanted the pizza. He go to New York. Yeah, that's a fine thing to do. Is basically what I was doing right there. Perfect and fine, and nobody has any problems with it. Peacemaker, disturbing the peace, #1. The breakout character from the Suicide Squad gets his own tale of peace ahead of the upcoming HBO Max TV show. Long before joining the Suicide Squad, Christopher Smith, codenamed Peacemaker, meets with a psychiatrist, a woman dangerously obsessed with his bizarre and violent past. From his tragic childhood to his military service overseas to his multiple missions with special forces, Smith has more than his share of skeletons in his closet. But who's actually analyzing whom? And will this trip down memory lane result in yet more fatalities? Garth Ennis and Gary Brown delve deep into Christopher Smith's history of violence and reveal what might bring peace or not to the Peacemaker. Garth Ennis? That guy writing a war story. Get out of here. Laughter. Laughter. Zapadoo. That's it. That's done. We did it. You and me, us together. The team, the dream team. Through adversity, through everything. We got it. We did it. Thank you all for watching. I know it's a long show each time, and y'all got things to do. Well, it's appreciated. You're great. I'm okay. I'm done. I'm sorry. I got real tired very suddenly. I might take a nap. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of a nap. I've got food cooking for Danica. She's going to get some food right when we get through the door. That's going to be nice and tasty. I hope so. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll talk to you again next week, probably. unless you watch our Tuesday and Thursday shows. Our Tuesday show, the new releases show, where we talk about all the new releases ahead of their releases at 8:10 Mountain Time. And our Thursday show, our best of the week show, where we talk about the things that we liked best that came out right then and there, along with some past specials. So, yay! Thank you all for watching, and we will talk to you again soon. Do 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 do.